First off, how's everything going on with you on your wrist?
Things are going good, kind of all things considered. The rest of the body's feeling good. Obviously, I had the wrist surgery, and it's progressing as it should. Had a call with the doctor last week, and he was really pleased at my progress up to this point. So I think the wrist is progressing fine.
How crazy has this year been for you? I mean, the legs, now the wrist, and just like injuries and missing the action.
Yeah, it's been tough. I was really close to starting a rehab assignment before I had this incident with the wrist. It was the day before my last live BP, and I was supposed to start a rehab assignment. But yeah, it's been difficult. It's been frustrating. But I'm just trying to do everything I can to just prepare and get my body and my mind in the best spot possible for when I do take the mound again.
What led to the wrist injury?
Just doing some pretty standard maintenance around the house. I was just outside kind of moving some stuff. When I went to move something, it got hung up and it turned my wrist the other way, and I kind of felt a subtle pop. And at that point I was like, that's not great. I texted my trainer at the time, and like I said, I was supposed to throw a live BP the next day. Obviously, we pushed that back a little bit, and I tried to continue throwing throughout this kind of injury, and I wasn't able to kind of get to where I'd be a big league value.
Just as the guy who kind of led this team at starts and innings last year, that made this doubly hard to just not be able to pitch at all.
Yeah, 100%. I take pride in being healthy and available and grabbing the ball every fifth day and competing to the best of my ability. And it's like I said, it's been frustrating not being able to go out there and compete and go to battle with my teammates day in, day out.
How is your knee doing?
The knee is in a really good spot. I will say my knee feels better than it has, and I'd say probably 3 or 4 years. So I'm very, very optimistic about that, and hopefully we'll have no issues, next year with that.
At what point did you realize that this was a serious wrist thing after that happened?
When it happened, I had kind of that gut instinct of like I said, I kind of felt the pop, and I could still squeeze my wrist or my fist and everything. But when I tried to move a certain way, my body didn't like it, and then at that point, that's when I texted Joel, one of the trainers down there. I said, we might need to look at my wrist. Kind of had a little accident.
Is it a ligament thing or?
The subsheath. So it's the subsheath that holds the tendon in place. I basically tore the subsheath, therefore my tendon, if I moved it a certain way, my tendon was moving overneath my bone.
Is this something that you'll be okay to pitch in spring training?
Yeah, I believe so. There hasn't been no comments, or the doctor that I saw hasn't even mentioned anything like that. He feels really good about the surgery and the work he was doing. He was able to do in there. And yeah, there's been no talks about that. I expect to be hopefully throwing a baseball by October and build up.
You can have a normal sort of off season.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
That's the goal. Yeah.
What were you doing when you did it?
My wrist.
Yeah.
Just I was doing maintenance at the house. Just typical. You get an investment, you try to take care of your investment, and it bit me in the ass.